An inquiry of the Immigration Ministry shows exactly how many illegal migrants are being offloaded to Niagara Falls after they cross to Canada at the illegal Quebec-Roxham Road crossing. We can also show you how long these people are staying in the hotels, the average cost per day, and how many of them are single travelers as opposed to family units.
Those who are seeking to go somewhere else, not we're pushing or forcing, if they're seeking to go somewhere else, we are helping in the reticketing process.
For those of you who don't know, Roxham Road is a dead-end road in southern Quebec where the majority of illegal border crossings happen from the United States to Canada. In fact, there's a thriving human trafficking industry underway in upstate New York based out of Plattsburgh. It's something the municipality turns a blind eye to, where migrants fly to the local airport and then hop a cab and pay a ridiculous rate to a human trafficker and then are driven to the ditch that borders Canada. And then in they come. We sent Alexa Lavoie and Lincoln Jay to upstate New York to expose what's happening there. You can see their coverage at roxhamroadexposed.com. Now, we know from a previous order paper question that 82% of those who cross illegally at Roxham Road end up being, quote, accommodated by the taxpayer. In other words, put up in a hotel somewhere and taken care of at the expense of the rest of us. And since the hotels are full at Roxham Road and they're filling up in Quebec, and the province of Quebec has been complaining about this unfair burden being placed upon them because Justin Trudeau refused to do something at the border, the migrants who just keep coming because the sanctuary city of New York keeps shipping them to Canada, well, they're now being offloaded to places like Windsor and Cornwall and Niagara Falls, Ontario. And the mayor of Niagara Falls, he's sick of it. Jim Diodati has asked the feds for a cap on the number of hotel rooms he's required to provide for asylum seekers, citing the need for rooms as tourism season approaches. Now, I've got before me an inquiry of the immigration minister by a Conservative MP, Tony Baldinelli. He asked for details about the number and cost of the rooms in Niagara Falls that are being allocated for migrants who are, as I said, illegally crossing into the country at Roxham Road. Here's what I can tell you. From June 30th, 2022 to December 31st, 2022, 2,484 asylum seekers had been moved from Quebec to Niagara Falls. Now, the 30th of June was the first day the Fed started transferring migrants into Niagara Falls. As of December 31st, 2022, 1,179 asylum claimants have moved out of government-funded hotel rooms in Niagara Falls. What really surprised me is the data from July. It's the height of the tourism season. And yet, Niagara Falls saw 568 migrants transferred there. There's another high number, December, the other side of the tourism season. 760 migrants were transferred in that month. We know the government used 4 separate hotels, but they won't say which. 275 rooms were meant for single travelers, and it's no wonder the mayor of Niagara Falls is mad. Look at this. Immigration, Refugees, and Citizenship Canada has not transferred any funds to the municipality of Niagara Falls to deal with the influx of asylum claimants in the city. Immigration has not transferred any funds to the region of Niagara to deal with the influx of asylum claimants in the region. Immigration has not transferred any funds to local, not-for-profit, charitable, and non-governmental organizations. Now, this stack of documents also lists the duration of the stays in the hotels. 38 of the illegal border crossers have been kept at hotels in Niagara Falls for 4 months. The government also gives the daily average hotel cost at $71 and food costs at $64 per asylum claimant. That's $135 a day per person. We also can see the citizenships of the asylum seekers. There were outrageously 15 Americans among the asylum claimants, and over 400 asylum claimants didn't even bother to say where they were from, but this is Canada, so we just let them in anyway. We can also see the government says they have no idea where the asylum seekers go after they leave the hotels. It's up to them to tell the government where they are. For Rebel News, I'm Sheila Gunn-Reid. Rebel News is reporting on the problems at Roxham Road in a way that you cannot trust or, for that matter, expect the mainstream media to do. We sent journalists into New York State to document what the migrants do to Access Canada. To see their reporting and to support their reporting, please go to roxhamroadexposed.com.